Welcome back to an all-new Whole Creations. I'm your host, Ryan Odman. Today, I'm going to be interviewing my friend John Dwiggins out there in Charlotte, North Carolina. John has an amazing story. I've known him since high school. I've seen the transformation in his life and what he's gone through. And for all the people out there that have a story of recovery, I highly recommend you listen to this encouraging story of John Dwiggins. Let's go. Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Odman, and this is my friend John Dwiggins.
What's up, y'all? How's it going?
Hey, what's up, John?
Not a whole lot, man. Just hanging out. Grateful for this opportunity. Truly, when people ask me to be of service and share my experience, even if it's like kind of nerve-wracking, I gotta say yes. That's how I keep going and how I stay strong. So thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, my friend. Here's the thing about you, bro. Like everybody, I've known John Dwiggins since this dude was in 8th flipping grade, and I was a freshman in high school. So we've seen a lot of each other, and we've grown a lot with each other. We've overcame things together, even when we were in different states. And I've seen this guy truly find his meaning to life, his purpose. And so that's the great thing. And I really wanted to have him on the show because I've seen wholeness. That's what we do at Whole Creations. We find wholeness in our brokenness. We find realness in our insincerities in times. So the thing about John that I really like about him is I've seen how God has just helped him to move forward and to not give up in his life. So with all that being said, John, I got some questions, buddy. All right.
What you got for me? What you got for me?
What I got for you? Okay. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So, all right. I am 27 years old. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I love to create music. I love to write. Love to express myself in that way. I am currently in recovery. I will have 7 years clean and sober next month, God willing. So that's pretty wild. I never thought that would be the case. I didn't know that was an option for me. I've been skateboarding for like 16 years on and off, play guitar. And yeah, kind of like what I said earlier, like everything is, all the beautiful things in my life are sort of contingent upon like my willingness to say yes to opportunities like these and my willingness to stay grounded in a program that brings me life and allows me to not only just like function minimally, but to actually like thrive and then strive for like what I really want in this life. So it's cool. It's a really cool trade-off, really cool trade-off.
Yeah. And the thing is, man, I'm really proud of you, dude, because I know it hasn't been an easy road, but like, man, when you hear John Dwiggins, you hear him pushing. And whenever I bring up your name to people, when I was in Charlotte last week, they're like, "Oh, John, yeah, I see John doing well on Instagram. Like he's putting himself out there. He's saying yes to opportunities. The yes man, like Jim Carrey movie, but like he's just putting himself out there, and that's a cool thing, bro. That's a really cool thing that I like about you, bro. Is we're people that say yes to opportunities when we know it could maybe bring obstacles, but we say yes to the opportunity of overcoming those obstacles because we are the yes men. We are overcomers. We are flowers. So that's the thing I like about you, bro.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Flowers.
Come on, because we're blooming. Come on.
Blooming, baby. Blooming. Let's go.
Yeah, we dropped that seed and you can't even conceive the greatness that's in your
Yo, I need to get you on the mic, Ryan. I need to stop rapping altogether, get you on there. The seed of blooming, consuming, I don't know.
I like that, consuming pollute. I don't even know. Anyway, but I like that, bro. I like that a lot, man. But no, real stuff though. I see that you're doing open mic, and I love people that do open mic, bro. I love open mic. We should do
Mhm.
open mic one day together, bro. I see that opportunity coming.
Yeah. Next time you're in Charlotte, there's a great host. Yeah, just the I mean, I could go on promoting them for, I've only done it a couple times, but just like the energy in that room, it's like intentional. It's not just like, all right, get up on stage and like we'll drink our coffee and sit back and like kind of hear you in the background. It's like, it's really interactive and it's like
Yeah,
intentional.
I like
So,
that. I like
yeah.
that. Dude, yeah, I was at an open mic like like 4 years ago. I used to do it a lot. And yeah, it's the same thing. Like the host was like saying, louder, like clap for this person,
Mhm.
louder. But yeah,
Uh,
I love open mic, bro. So yeah, I see that in the near future, bro. Whenever I come back to Charlotte for another visit, let's do something like that, bro.
yeah, definitely.
All right. So tell us your story, bro. Just whatever you want. Now you could share like the whole recovery story and what you're comfortable sharing, and yeah.
Yeah. So this isn't like, I mean, sure, this is whole creations. It's about, you know, overcoming struggles and how you persevere and how you grow from them, but it's not like I recognize this isn't like a 12-step recovery speaker meeting, so I'm just gonna kind of dip my toe into sort of like my struggles and you know how like you know how that's made me the man I am today. So I guess like to start off with, I'm an only child from Charlotte. I never really felt like I fit in to social interactions, social dynamics, and that was something that I really struggled with. You know, as soon as I can remember in elementary school, like as soon as thought I was starting to fit in, you know, I would like one of the classmates would leave, and then it would just you know I never really felt like I fit in. I felt like everybody else, you hear a lot of people share this in recovery. It feels like a lot of other people get this like handbook, this like script, this manual to life, and that like we were just left out and that we never got it. We never read it. So we're just kind of scrambling to pick up the pieces and figure out what to do. So, um, third grade hit and I experienced like really significant anxiety. Like I think that year I would like throw up every single morning before school. I had to like bring a plastic bag in the car because you know, like clockwork, like right as we were pulling up to the carpool line, I was like yakking in my aunt's car. um and I never like, you know, that was a really horrible time. I never like thought twice about it. It was just like, oh, it's something I got to do. You know, we got to get by. I have to go to school, so we have to, you know, we have to do what we have to do. Um, and yeah, so that was really gnarly. I was exposed to therapy then. I had like biofeedback and I did like certain anxiety coping skills. Like if you've never done tapping, it's that was like really helpful for me. It's like you go move with the breath and you inhale, count to five, then move to the nose, move to the upper lip, down to the chin, to the chest, and then you're doing this like while counting your breath. And so it's
Mm,
like it's stimulating these like pressure points and these
mm,
neural points, and it's really calming. My mom claims that I did that a few times, and like my anxiety was like wiped out for like a while. Excuse me. I don't recall that being the case, but she swears by it, so I'll just go with that. Um, so yeah, I anyway, so I didn't feel like I fit in. I had like very mixed signals growing up from girls specifically, very mixed signals. Like I was in this elementary school and middle school, and all these girls like did not want anything to do with me in my grade. Like they were just like, yeah, like it was as if they were repulsed by me. And it didn't make any sense to me. I was just like, oh well, I guess I'm ugly or like I stink or something. Like I have no idea. Then I moved to this public school and I became like the handsome new guy, like the that every girl wanted to learn more about. And that I became the so I had these mixed signals. I didn't know where I stood, no idea where I stood. So all this to say, like these mixed signals and these like experiences definitely led to like some of my instability, like approaching adulthood. Um, so then I first found, well, let's just say I started using drugs and alcohol to cope with, well, at first it was to have fun, and then it was to cope with everything, with not fitting in, with feeling less than, it was just to get by with everything. And then I, you know, started drinking more. That kind of took over. And I had this psychedelic experience that was like incredibly traumatic for me. Like um, it was like I was thrown into the gates of hell and there was no way out. And I remembered this. And so whenever that like experience started to resurface, I would drink more. And so I was not only running from everything like in my immediate life, I was running away from that traumatic event because like I figured if I processed it, I would go right back there and I would be stuck there forever. And so, you know, that that definitely exacerbated the problem, made my drug and alcohol use increase. Then that's when senior year hit, and it was very progressive at that point. I was drinking like 40s before school, and I was, I wouldn't eat lunch. I would go get a 40 and drink it on the ride back to school, and I would go home and drink a couple more. It was just, I gained some weight. I was like, very, very unhealthy at that point. And then right right when right at that time I was like, okay, here, go to college, that'll fix everything. And that's when it just continued to spiral out of control. And yeah, it was to the point where I like wouldn't I couldn't get out of bed. Um I couldn't function at all. And so, yeah, I was pretty convinced at 19 years old that I was going to die an alcoholic death. So, and I didn't really, you hear a lot of addicts and alcoholics say like they lost the family, they lost the job. I didn't really have anything to lose, right? I had everything handed over to me on a silver platter because like my mom did well in her career, and so I didn't have anything to lose, but like that emotional spot was, unparalleled. I seriously, that utter hopelessness and being trapped and not knowing what's wrong with me. I didn't think I was an alcoholic. I just thought I was going crazy.
Mm.
Um, and from there, it was like I'd gotten beaten down enough to where wanted to um, I was willing to try something new, right? And so there were, I got a student conduct violation. I did a psych withdrawal because I was gonna fail all my classes in college, and then I went back to Charlotte, and then I got into this outpatient program, and I just wanted to do good. I wanted to do good in that program so I could get back to school and get on with my life. And for some reason, like I started going to meetings, I started listening to what they were saying, I started doing, you know, I I had enough to where I just wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to give
Mm,
sobriety a shot. And it was like, like what they say, like, I mean, we'll refund your misery like at any point in time if you don't like it.
right,
So
right.
I just decided to jump in. I mean, I was, 1 foot in, 1 foot out for a month, a few months, and then I really jumped in with both feet. And my life has my life is like beyond my wildest dreams today. Honestly, it's very wild. Just to go from somebody who like couldn't manage to get out of bed to like go to class, let alone like do well in those classes or like get food in his stomach for the day, like just the bare necessities. Like I'm able to like show up to work today.
Yeah.
I work at an adolescent treatment center. I'm like able to give back in that way. um my friends asked me for advice, whereas like I couldn't, nobody was asking me for advice before. I'm able to help people with what they're going through. I can actually like, I mean, I'm in the best physical shape of my life. I can, I love dancing. I love movement. I actually practice capoeira now, which is an Afro-Brazilian dance martial art. Like I would have never guessed that for me. Like,
Yeah.
it's really, yeah, I have meaningful friendships today. Like this man, Ryan. I was really struggling the other day, and it was rough. It was at work, and I was kind of trapped in my own head, so to speak. And I text, I just know that whenever I get like that, it's not perfect all the time. That stuff happens.
Mm,
And then I have to reach out and I have to ask for help. And I ask for help on the daily basis, whether it's to God, whether it's to my friends, whether it's to, my sponsor. I don't got this. Like I cannot do this alone. And so as long as I'm like willing to ask for help and ask for direction and say yes, just like just
mm,
like we said at the beginning of this, like I
mm.
have I have a fighting shot, not only to get by and to survive, but I can actually thrive as long as I have that baseline. Yeah, this man Ryan, I was struggling hard, and I was in a position where I couldn't call him or anything. I was like, with clients. And I texted him, and I just, kind of blew him up, blew him up on via text message, along with this other friend that I've gotten. And Ryan sent a recording of a prayer to me, and that was just, yeah, I almost like broke down crying right then and there. That really carried me. So thank you. Um,
Mm. Thank you, brother.
yeah,
Oh man. Well, man, my heart. Whenever I do this, I always tell people it's because I'm savoring the moment. So thank you for sharing that, buddy, and
yeah.
sharing your heart. And I had no idea these things were happening behind the scenes back in like high school or even before then. So it's interesting when we do podcasts here at Whole Creations, you find out new things about people, and sometimes it's great to be vulnerable because it breaks down barriers in other people's thoughts and other people's minds. So I'm proud of you, bro. Thank you for coming on here to share all this, man. It's a
Hmm.
blessing, and I believe a lot of people are going to be touched by this. So
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely.
so and plus and here's the thing about podcasts is I can relate to people that come on my show. So when you were saying like having mixed signals with ladies, bro, I still feel like that at times. I'm like, I'm not sure if
Mhm.
this girl's trying to say something, trying to not saying we're friend zone or if we're not. Dude, I get you, man. I get you. It's like what?
Mhm.
And feeling like you're not a part
Mhm.
of the crowd. Bro, there were times when you guys were out and I'm like, dang, I'm at home and I can't go out like back in high school. But you know what, man? We all have a story. We all can relate. We can all move forward and we can all give grace. So,
Yeah.
last thing, do you have any encouragement that you want to give to anybody that has that is currently going through the same things that you have gone through?
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to like drug and alcohol addiction, best thing I can recommend is a 12-step program. Getting plugged in, finding the help that you need. That's there's nothing that works like that to this day. When it comes to the mental health issues, like feeling like the world's gonna, I guess, implode, and you feel helpless, trapped in your own head, um, I recommend to just hold on, and hold on and ask for help. And like, I've had times where I like call my friends and talk to them around nonstop around the clock. Um, and so get that relief. And if you hold on, and no matter how relentless it feels, you will see the benefit in the end. Like I promise that, because I thought I was talking about this the other day. There was once upon a time where I thought that the way that my mind worked was a curse. It was something that I could not escape. It was something that, was going to lead to my demise. But today it's my greatest asset,
Mm.
because I've learned how to channel that into creative endeavors, and like the lyricism that I can generate from an overactive mind, it's ridiculous. Like truly, it's and also like the way like opportunities like this, somebody's going to hear this, or not, but maybe somebody's going to hear this and think like I have this is how I get through this. I'm not alone. And I was able to help. um I had this client who was struggling with the exact same thing at work,
Mm.
and I was able to relate to him, like, because I had struggled the past week with like an uprising of this like mind that won't turn off.
Right.
I was able to connect with him in the present time and like coach him through it and help him like from a new fresh perspective.
Mm.
And like, it doesn't take away from the struggling, but it all makes sense. So if you wait long enough and you hold on, you'll realize exactly why you went through that difficulty, and you'll be able to share it with somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a pay it forward method. I like that, man.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I'm Ryan Odman. This is my friend John Dwiggins. We all wish you I was going to say a Merry Christmas. It's not Merry Christmas. Um, we all wish you a great day. And yeah, shout
Yeah.
out to all the mothers out there. In 9 more days, or 8 more days, it's going to be Mother's Day. So
Mm,
shout out to all the mothers out there. Me and John are
yeah.
fortunate to have some great supportive mothers
That's
in our
right.
lives. So
That's right.
peace out.
Merry Christmas.